They just said that the search for Lina started after having a meeting between her father and SAPD just last night, just on Wednesday night. What? Hey guys, this is Jules with True Crime Reactions. Everything stated in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And just like everything else in these cases we discuss here on this channel, everything is alleged. Now I'm recording what I'm saying to you now on my phone as I am screen recording what is going on in the Lina KHIL case. Now I did a video about Lina KHIL pretty early on in the birthing of my channel here, because it was a San Antonio case and it made no sense to me, because Lina KHIL is a like 3-year-old little Muslim girl who her entire family lived in like the Muslim community in San Antonio, and these were, those are very, very close knit, very, very close type of community. Okay. Well, what happened is that back in December of 2021, Lina was outside of her apartment complex in the playground that was part of the apartment complex, and she just went missing. Like, her mom apparently went back to their apartment and left her in the little playground area to apparently grab like bottled water for Lina and some of the other kids. And by the time she got back, Lina was gone. Now, one of the biggest issues with this is that even though there were people there that had like cameras on their doors that were facing the playground, nothing ever caught anything when it came to her disappearing. Like, there's footage on these cameras that has her like playing to prove what she was wearing and all the things, but when it came to her actually disappearing, like, you kind of like see her walk off a camera screen at one point, and that's basically where they think that she was like, maybe like, hey little girl, you know what I mean? Like, somebody coerced her, something got her attention, and she walked off the screen. But there was also a camera malfunction with the actual security cameras. Oh, I can hardly talk. With the actual security cameras of the apartment complex itself at the exact freaking time that Lina went missing. And there's been a lot of issues. There's been a lot of like religious issues and racist issues and a lot of problems outside of the fact that we have this poor little girl just vanished in the thin air. So this was insane. And I have my list. I'm literally looking at my list right now. I wrote down a list of all of the videos that I had done since the beginning of my channel that need updates. And I wrote Lina's name down. And then this morning this pops up and I'm just like, holy crap, are we serious? Are we serious? Now, I ended up watching from another view at first. I didn't have all the cop cars and everything in my view like I can see right now. Now, this is apparently next to where she originally went missing, but not exactly next to where she went missing. Now, I know that on one of the websites, they've pinned it, like on a map, but I haven't checked to look at that yet because I'm screen recording what's happening. Now, from seeing both sides of what's going on and listening to the interview, it seems as if somebody called in a tip in this area. And because of all of the heavy police presence, the residents in the area contacted the media, and that's why the media showed up. Now, as you're going to hear in the interview, because I'm going to play the interview of the like media person that they talked to at this whole thing, and he's trying to act as if, oh, this is normal. We're just updating on the case. We've never stopped working on the case. Okay, but this is the thing. They got this tip at the early hours this morning. It is now 10:45 Texas time, okay? And they have full-on crime scene unit. They have the FBI over there. They have all these cars all over the place. They're showing they've got tools out. They've got the canines running around, all right? They only do all of that if they'd already had someone out there to validate that the tip showed to be truthful to some extent. Because they wouldn't be having all these people out there from all these agencies if they didn't have a preliminary search of that area to prove it was worth all of this. So right now, that's the information. As soon as there's some more updated information, I'll add it to this. Maybe they'll even have some updated info before I'm even able to get this up. But that's all we know so far. There was a tip. They've been out there since early on in the morning, and now it is almost 11, and it's been some hours since early on in the morning, and it looks like they've got everybody and their mama out there searching that area. So let's just see what happens.
We are breaking into regular programming to bring you an update on the search effort that is underway regarding the disappearance of LINA KHIL here in San Antonio.
She disappeared more than 2 years ago, would be turning 6 in 5 days. Garrett Berringer and Katrina Weber are near that search effort right now. And we're going to talk with Garrett first, who just spoke with SAPD. And Garrett, this search is a response to a tip that came in.
We're at a wooded area behind the Helix Apartments, and it's that wooded area behind me where police are searching right now, following up on a tip that they received early this morning. They've been out here since the early hours of the morning, according to a San Antonio police spokesman whom we just spoke with, and they are looking for evidence that could be found, according to the tip, linked to the disappearance of LINA KHIL. We asked specifically if they could be looking for LINA herself. They said that is possible. The tip could lead them that way. Now, we're going to take a look at the area. It's hard to see through some of these trees. We've seen police and dogs going through the area. The police are telling us that it is just this wooded area behind us. This is about a half-mile walk away from LINA KHIL's apartment where she first disappeared more than 2 years ago. Now, police say they do searches like this, not every day, but they do happen. This one, though, has been obviously in a public area. We're by several apartment buildings, so that's why they say they came out here. It's not clear yet if they have found anything. They're trying to determine if this is going to be a tip that helps them out. We can see some trash in the woods area, and police did confirm that it looks like some people have stayed out here. They wouldn't go as far as to call it a homeless camp, but this is obviously an area used by other people, from what we can see, and there's no definitive answer on what precisely they're looking for, but it is related to LINA KHIL. At this point, police just telling us that they're trying to keep the public in the know because it is such an open area, and obviously viewers like yourselves called us to come out and check this out. So right now, this is the wooded area behind me. We're seeing less activity than we were a few minutes ago, but hopefully we'll have some news on whether or not they've found anything, or this turns out to be yet another dead end.
We're also told that Pamela Allen, a local child advocate who has been a liaison for the family after her disappearance, told KSAT that she was present at a meeting on Wednesday evening between the police department and KHIL's father.
Officer Ricardo Guzman, RACARDO GUZMAN. I'm a police officer with the San Antonio Police Department's Public Information Office.
So it's around 10:10 on Thursday morning. What are you guys doing out here right now?
Absolutely. So in the early hours of today, we received a tip involving the LINA KHIL case. As we have for the last 2 years, we follow up every single tip that we receive on this case. So we do our due diligence. Our officers are out here. We got CSI out here as well, looking for any clues, following up on that tip that we received. Again, this is what we do for every tip. So we're out here. We'll be here until we're confident that we find something or we don't find anything. But we're just doing our part, and this is still an active case. For the last 2 years, we've been doing our due diligence and following up on every tip that we receive, and that's we're doing that today.
So this happens to be in a kind of public area. There's a lot of news cameras out here right now. You just alluded to this. Because we're documenting this doesn't mean it's the first time in a long time that you guys are out doing searches. You're out there whenever you get a tip. Correct.
This is not the first time that we've been out here doing these kinds of searches. Again, we follow up on every tip. A lot of times, large police presence brings media attention. This doesn't necessarily mean that we don't do these. They just don't get covered by the media outlets. It's not something we're broadcasting that we're out here. But obviously, large police presence brings media attention. And in today's case, it is a public space. There's an area behind these apartment complexes where we're searching. So residents called in, concerned, why is there police here? Again, we're just doing our part in searching for LINA. So there is the public safety is key here. There is no danger to the public. Police just here doing their job and investigating this case.
And when did this tip come in approximately?
All I have is that this tip came in today, and we've been out here for early hours of this morning.
What was the nature of it?
I can't go into detail what the tip was.
What about that location in the back?
attractive to investigators?
Just following up on the tip that we received. This was the location of the tip, so we're just following up on that.
For people who aren't familiar with the geography, are we relatively close to where she vanished from?
Correct. We are relatively close to where everything took place, the initial location of where this case started. We are relatively close to that, and that's why we're here. Again, residents in this area are concerned. They remember what happened over 2 years ago. So they're calling in, obviously, with concern, maybe curious as to what happened. And so that's why we're out here. We're just searching for.
How often are you guys in communication with Lina's father and parents? Because in the past, they've complained about the absence of communication between SAPD. As far as getting regular updates, they feel like their voice isn't heard. What do you say to that?
You know, I can't go into detail as far as how often that communication happens. You know, this is still an active case. What I can say is our detectives are in communications with the family when needed. If there is an update, we will provide them with an update. If there's anything that we need to address with them, we will, and we do. How often that occurs, I can't speak on that. But when something needs to be addressed, our detectives do reach out to the family.
How would you describe the response that's going on back there right now? Like, number of people, what kind of people?
Yeah, we have obviously SAPD personnel, crime scene investigation is back there as well. We do have other partners here with us, helping us out, that they've been involved since the beginning. I can't go into detail who exactly is here, how many people are here, but we do have a large presence of police, law enforcement agencies, and our partners out here helping us with the search. We do have a K9 unit out here. We do have dogs out here who are, would you say, the experts in these kinds of cases. So they're out here helping us out as well.
And is this the property of the Helix apartment complex that they're searching on? Whose property is it exactly?
I'm not sure. That's a great question. To my knowledge, it's not the Helix Apartments property. It is a greenway/wooded area behind the apartment complex. I'm not sure that the apartment complex owns it. To my knowledge, it's not related to the apartment complex at all. It just so happens that that's where we're at right now.
Is the person who gave the tip, were they close to the family?
Unfortunately, I can't go into detail of who gave this tip, how we received this tip. All we can say is that we received a tip.
Do you remember approximately what time you guys showed up here?
It was early hours of today.
Like before 6 a.m., after 6 a.m.?
I don't have the exact number.
So early this morning?
Early this morning. That's the details that I received.
And was someone from here, this apartment complex?
I'm sorry?
Was it someone from this apartment complex?
I can't say who gave that tip. For the safety of the person, don't want to give that out.
If we could just put a bow on this. You
Sure.
said this at the beginning. You're going to respond to whatever tips you get. It has been 2 years. This is a high-profile case. It has a lot of international attention. You guys are doing whatever you can to get
Absolutely.
this solved, to find out where she is?
Absolutely. You know, this case affected the city of San Antonio pretty heavily 2 years ago. People still talk about this case. It's still a really relative case. On the top of the SAPD Facebook page, we still have this pinned on top. Anyone with any information to please call Special Victims Unit or call the Missing Persons Unit. Anyone with any information to come forward. Here at San Antonio Police Department, we're doing our part, following up every tip. If there is someone who does know something, who might, even how little of information it may be, it could help close this case.
Okay, so I'm looking right now, and it looks like the most recent update is about an hour old, and all it says is that they went on a search because of a fresh tip. There's no other information. Now, if this really did come, if this search really did come this morning at the wee hours in the morning, from what it sounds like, maybe even before sunrise, they were out there looking for something. If this really did start after they had a meeting with her father last night, maybe this is finally almost over, guys. Maybe this is finally almost over. But that is it for now. If you guys like the way that I present this information and give my opinion, please don't forget to leave a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel if you were not subscribed already. See y'all.